Well, hello everyone. I welcome you all to a new video. Today we are starting off with Doki Doki Lucid Dreams. I have no idea what this mod is about, so it will be interesting for us all. Now, of course, the classic jargon that's at the beginning of any mod. Seems like it's area focused, that's why I put the Yuri avatar on. This mod was made by a fan and not affiliated. What? Have I... Is my audio not working or what? I cannot hear anything. Why is that? Like, bro, por favor. That, ah, nice. Got it to work. Anyway. Okay, I like, whatever. Weird noises, but we are Atazoth. I cannot spell my own name, whatever. We are Atazoth. Now, time to begin. I still see your shadows in my room. That is a song lyric. Motorcycle. Shush. Shadows in my room. I toss another piece of toilet paper into the trash can. I've no idea if it landed in there or if it's lying on the floor, forming a small physical mountain of my own misery. Honestly, don't care. The warm glow of my phone is the only thing illuminating my room. I slide my finger across the screen once more. Delete. Again. Delete. Photos, videos, memories. Every picture that disappears should relieve something, but all I feel is an even heavier weight. My finger shakes and slams against the screen too hard, causing my phone to freeze for a moment. A groan escapes my throat, small but filled with frustration. A couple of fresh tears fall onto my phone before I can stop them. I rush to wipe them away, but my finger suddenly leaves smudges on the screen. I sigh exhausted. That sigh seems to have taken away what little energy I had left. I drop the phone onto my bed and lie on my back, staring at the ceiling. For a moment I can only hear the sound of my breathing and the eerie silence of the night. Why don't I feel better even though I deleted all those photos and videos? I feel worse. My mind wanders thoughts I don't want to remember. Scenes I thought time had worn away, coming back strong, as if they had never disappeared. His laugh, the warm touch of his hand in mine. That last text I didn't answer. I grit my teeth. No. Enough. With an effort I force myself to move. I pick up the phone and leave it on the nightstand. Out of sight. But I see something else, something I've been trying to ignore all this time. A painting. It's there, as always, perfectly placed, as if its very presence wants to mock me. My fingers reach out for it before I can stop myself. I take it in my hands and bring it close to my face. It's a photo of us, protected by glass. Protected. How ironic. My hands begin to shake, not from sadness, but from anger. Anger so deep that I feel I can't contain it any longer. Hate you. The words barely leave my lips, but I can't help it. I repeat louder this time. I hate you. I squeeze the picture by the sides. My fingers are left marked by the old wood of the frame. My breathing is heavy, irregular. The tears that spring from my eyes are now of hate. I throw the picture against the door of my own room. The crash resonates in the silence of the night. I stay while looking at the picture now on the floor. The few scattered glass fragments shine little in the moonlight. Why do I keep holding on to this if it only hurts me? Whatever. I'll clean up in the morning. I grab the blanket and wrap myself in it, trying to find refuge in the warmth of my bed. Maybe getting some sleep can take my mind off all this. But I know I can't. I know sleep won't be a permanent escape. As I slowly close my eyes, something catches my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see what appears to be a shadow. My body tenses and a chill runs down my spine. The music seems still a bit too loud. I quickly turn on my phone and activate the flashlight. I point it in the direction where I saw the shadow move. Nothing. There's nothing there. I put my phone everywhere, but I don't see anything or anyone. A shaky sigh escapes my lips as I stroke the bridge of my nose with my fingers. I must be saying things. This is what I get for staying up late. Oh, noise. Noise filtration was off for some reason. I turn on the flashlight on my phone and leave it on my nightstand again. I cover myself completely with a blanket, as if that could protect me from the emptiness I feel. Maybe in my dreams I can forget, at least for a while, everything I feel. I close my eyes and begin to fall deeply asleep. Miss! Miss! Open my eyes abruptly. I look around and realize I'm in some kind of cafe. Wait, I recognize this place. It's the place I used to come in too with him. What am I doing here? The last thing I remember is me being in my room falling asleep. Miss? Huh? Here's the tea I ordered. What? What I don't? The waitress just sets the tea down on the table and walks away without even looking me in the eyes. What's going on? I look up trying to get my bearings. The lights in the place are warm and the atmosphere seems peaceful, but something feels off. The background conversation of other diners is indistinct, as if I were drowning underwater. Words blur together and fade away before I can make them out. And if I do catch them, I simply don't understand what they're saying. It's like this place could only exist in a dream. Am I dreaming? I turn my gaze to the tea on the table. Steam rises slowly, forming small shapes, ethereal curves that dissolve into the air. Without beating around the bush, I pick up the teacup. Mine tremble as I bring the cup to my lips. The first sip is sweet, comforting, but the warmth soon turns to a pang in my chest. Jasmine. My favorite. I turn my head toward the window. I just see an empty street with some poles lighting up certain parts, but beyond it, there is nothing. Where there should be a busy street, there's just a white void, as if the world ends there. This isn't real. I close my eyes for a moment, trying to take it all in. So this is what they call a lucid dream. I've read about them, but I never thought I'd experience one. I keep my eyes closed, but when I open them again, I see him. He's sitting in front of me. He smiles in that way that used to melt my heart, as if nothing ever happened between us, as if this place is our refuge, our time. I'm glad you came, Yuri. His voice is soft, almost like a whisper. My heart is pounding. That same voice that once was my refuge now feels like a dagger. I try to say something, but my throat closes up. I want to scream at him, to scold him. But also, I just want to enjoy this moment. I know it's not real, but still, I don't want this to end. I try to speak, but no words come out of my mouth. I just look at him, and he smiles at me, like he knows what I'm thinking. I just smile back. I knew you still cared. My chest sinks. That comment should fill me with rage, with indignation. But right now, I can't feel anything but emptiness. I open my mouth again, trying to respond. When the background noise of other people just falls silent, everything becomes strange. I look around and notice how the entire restaurant is going dark. I look back at him. He's gone. My vision blurs. I try to reach out to where he was, but I can only touch nothing. Suddenly I see only darkness. I'm sitting at the desk. A teacher is staring at me from the front with a frown. Miss Yuri, can you explain why you're sleeping in class? The murmurs of my classmates are beginning to fill my ears, each comment a small pang of embarrassment. I'm confused. My breathing is uneven and my heart is pounding. For a moment I try to place myself. My surroundings seem familiar. The beige walls of the school, the faces of my classmates, but the weight of the dream is still there. The taste of the tea, his smile, the words he said to me. I close my eyes and take a deep breath, trying to calm down. It was just a dream, but it felt so real. Monsieur? Yes. Excuse me. I didn't sleep well last night, is all. Try not to let it happen again, okay? Yes. The teacher goes back to teaching her class. I try to distract myself by reading a little from the book on my desk. What the hell was that all about? Classes went on as normal. Luckily enough, I ran into two of my friends, so I can tell them a little bit about what I experienced, together with my chest up. Huh? Did you really dream about him? What exactly happened? Yeah, it was weird. It felt so real, like he was there with me again. I could see him, hear his voice, feel his presence. We were at my favorite coffee shop, coffee shop, and well, it was a nice, quiet moment, I must admit. Yeah, how can you still think about that idiot? Have you forgotten how he ended up with you like you were nothing? No, of course I didn't forget, it's just... What, Yuri? I don't know how to explain it. For a moment in the dream, everything seemed perfect. Just like all the pain he put me through it never happened. Like we are still together and happy. But you do realize it wasn't real, right? That guy is no longer a part of your life, and you shouldn't give him any more space in your head. I know. Believe me, I know. But I can't help it. It's like a part of me still loves him, even though I hate to admit it. Maybe you still need time to understand how you really feel. It's normal for such an intense relationship to leave deep scars. But you can't stay stuck there forever, you know. I try. I swear I try. But when I close my eyes, everything comes back. The good memories, the bad ones, everything. And it must be hard for them to deal with my situation. Despite that, I'm glad they're willing to listen to me and especially advise me. Then maybe you should start facing it and stop running away from it. Maybe this dream wasn't just a random memory. Maybe just maybe, it could be your subconscious telling you that you need to let it go already. Let it go, huh? Easier said than done, but I guess you're right. We're here to support Yuri. If you ever had an experience like that again, remember that it's not real. And you can tell us if you feel confident about that. Thanks, I'll try. Can I even do it? Well, for now, I guess I'll go get myself something to drink. It'll be good for me with the headache I'm having. As you wish, Yuri. If you need anything else, you can let us know. Sure, girls. See you later. And so my friends are off in another direction. I thought a sigh and turned around. I better not dwell on that dream for now. No. Should I tell her about this? Better not. I don't want to bother her with my problems either, especially this kind. Besides, I'd like to be able to manage on my own for once. Without saying anything else, I started walking down the hall. Finally home. The Valkyrie was silent, almost as if everything around me was on pause. Only the sound of my footsteps accompanying my thoughts, those that never stop. I'm thinking of taking a bath and eating something reheated. I don't feel like cooking right now. I'm not even hungry, to be honest. I open the door to my room and start to go inside. But as I take the first step, I feel something strange under my foot. A creaking sound. I look down and see small, bright flashes on the floor. Broken glass. That's strange. I crouch down to inspect it more closely. The painting, the one I broke last night, the shards of glass are still there, scattered across the floor like tiny broken stars. I thought I'd cleaned it up. But did I just ignore it this morning? I stand there for a moment staring at the pieces. Part of me wants to pick them up right now and get rid of every trace of the painting, but another part just can't move. I can only stand there, watching the shadows reflect the dim light coming through my window, as if they're reminding me that no matter how hard I try to sweep away my thoughts, there's always remnants left. After a moment, I finally force myself to move. I carefully pick up the pieces, trying not to cut myself. But as I do, I can't help but notice the photo inside the broken frame. Us is the last photo left, and for some reason I can't throw it away. I guess I'll clean up this mess anyway. Happy falling and landing inside my grave. Back in my bed. It's almost like it's the only place where time stops. The clock on the wall says it's midnight, and once again, I can't sleep. The silence in the room is deafening. My thoughts fill everything, bouncing off the walls of my mind, not giving me a break. I remember my friends' words, their worried faces. But most of all, I remember that dream. Why can't I let it go? I sigh, exhausted, more mentally than physically. I search my bag for the pills I bought at the pharmacy. I just want to rest. I take a couple of pills and swallow them with the water I left on my nightstand. The water is cold, but liquid isn't enough to calm the burning in my chest. I put the glass back in its place. Finally, I lie back in my bed, staring at the ceiling. The pale glow of the moon shines through the window, barely illuminating the room. I close my eyes, but the darkness behind my eyelids is no less overwhelming. My fingers grip the blanket, as if it gives some kind of security. My mind, however, keeps wandering. What if I dream about him again? What if, this time, I don't want to wake up? I let out a heavy sigh. I just need to rest. I begin to close my eyes. Bloody hell, I'm tired. When I open my eyes, I find myself in a completely different place. I'm standing in front of a pond. The atmosphere feels peaceful. A gentle breeze caresses my face as I watch the waters of the pond move quietly. The place is beautiful. I'm standing in front of the pond with a book in my hands. But I'm not alone. He's there beside me, looking at something in the distance. What did he do to Yuri? I need to know. I can swear I feel the warmth of his presence. It's so real, so vivid. For a moment I forget I'm dreaming. What are you reading? I look up and he looks at me with a smile I laughed so much. I can't help but look back, even though my heart is pounding in my chest. I still manage to answer eventually. Oh, nothing in particular. I don't have no idea what I'm supposed to be reading. The letters in the book are all jumbled up and don't make sense. Always with your books is what I love most about you. He laughs softly and his voice seems to with memories I thought I had buried. He spent a while talking, though I'm not sure what exactly. His words mixed with the bird song, the rustling of the wind, and the movement of the water. Everything feels perfect, but deep down, I know this isn't real. Suddenly I feel the need to ask him, why are you still here? My question takes him by surprise. What do you mean? You shouldn't be here. You hurt me so much. Because of you, I'm here now, sinking into my own misery. The book I was holding in my hands just falls apart when I clench my hands around it. Suddenly his expression changes. That warmth on his face starts to fade. I feel like everything around me is starting to blur. He just turns his back on me. And it's supposed to be my fault that you can't let go of me. You said yourself I shouldn't be here yet. It seems like deep down you still want me. His words hit me like a gust of icy wind. I reach for my hand to him, but I feel everything starting to crumble around me. I'm aware that what he's saying isn't real, it's just my head torturing me. But still, it hurts. I try to call out to him, but my voice won't come out of my throat. What the fuck is going on? Did Yuri fall asleep in class again? Good question, we shall see. Yes. Miss, are you okay? I open my eyes abruptly. The cold ground brings me back to reality. I realize I'm in the middle of the direct section of a supermarket. A middle-aged woman looks at me with concern holding a shopping cart. Thank goodness. You seem to be in some kind of trance. Are you okay? Confusion and panic throb in my chest is right at the same where I am and what just happened. Despite that, I try to keep my composure so I can respond. Huh? Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to worry you. Are you sure? She seemed pretty upset. I can call someone to tell her if you want. You don't have to, really. I'm fine. The woman doesn't look completely convinced, but she nods slowly before walking away with her cart. I stand there, trying to catch my breath. My heart is pounding and my breath still is a little erratic. What's going on? How did I get here? I close my eyes for a moment and do some breathing exercises to calm myself down. When I feel I managed to calm down a bit, I can't help but let my thoughts drift back to the dream. I saw him again. And again he left before we could talk properly. It was always something I hated about him. Always ran away from problems instead of facing them. Tsk. I clench my fist, trying to ignore everything that's happened. All across the dairy aisle. I was craving some cereal with milk. Yeah, this is not healthy if you're falling asleep in the middle of the bloody day. And I can't change you, so I must forget you. It's night time. The only noise is the breeze coming through one of the open windows and the ticking of the clock. I'm finishing up on some schoolwork. My family decided to go out to who knows where. I wish I'd gone with them. However, my responsibilities come first. I just keep writing. I put the pen down on the notebook. I feel tired, physically and mentally. And if I don't want to, I'm still tormented by the fact that I can't stop thinking about him. It's like my subconscious is tormenting me to stop remembering him. I hold my head and rest my elbows on the table. I think a little rest won't hurt me. But what if I see him again? A part of me tells me that maybe this is necessary to get this over with. I don't want to keep thinking about it, much less be suffering for it. It's decided. I'll take a few sleeping pills that I've been carrying around lately. I'm planning on putting up with this any longer. Okay, this is not healthy. It's time to face it properly. I cross my arms on my desk and close my eyes slowly. I breathe softly and relax my body completely. I read that in order to induce sleep faster, it's advisable to relax and breathe slowly, while simply concentrating. I feel the pillow slowly taking effect, and before I know it, I'm fast asleep. Brightness, open my eyes. Unlike the other times, it feels like I'm nowhere. Absolutely everything is white. Despite it feels like I'm standing, but there is nothing under my feet either. It seems to have worked out well, since for some reason I noticed a dream. I start walking, I don't know where I'm really going, but I feel like I'll run into him eventually. There he is. His back is turned. It feels like he's been waiting for me. I don't say anything, I just stare at him. Suddenly I see him turn around to face me. He's just staring at me, this time without his characteristic sweet face from the other times. I, however, don't give in to the feeling of being afraid. I stare at him with a serious expression that never leaves my face, waiting for him to deign to say something. Why do we always have to come back to this? It's become monotonous and tiring to be watching each other here in your head. Tsk. Do you think I enjoy it? Coming back here, seeing you, talking to you as if something could ever be fixed? It's not a matter of enjoyment today, it's a need. And that need comes from you, not me. His words pierce my heart like hidden truths I've always been afraid to face. Need? What I need is to end this. Leave you behind. But every time I try and I'm here with you like it's torture to be watching in my dreams. You left me like this. Me? You do realize that I'm not really him, right? The truth echoes in my head, which leaves me thinking. You're smart to realize that I'm nothing more than a representation of him in your head. What exactly did he leave you with? Memories? Pain? There is something deeper, something you're afraid to acknowledge. His tone isn't mocking, but there is an edge of defiance in his words. I feel my heart racing, like I'm facing something I always avoided. It left me empty, and a constant echo that won't shut up, telling me why it wasn't enough. Did I believe that? Or is it easier to think that than to accept that sometimes, no matter how much we give, the other person just chooses to leave? I bite my lip. Hearing that hits me hard, but I know he's right. Why are you saying this now? The other times were pretty direct and even cruel. And now you seem compassionate? Yeah, that's the word. What's the point of all this? What's this supposed to mean? Now I'm just going to wake up and everything will be okay? It doesn't work like that. Yeah, right, it doesn't work like that. But waking up isn't the point. The point is choosing. You end up in this kind of situation because you couldn't decide. You couldn't choose between holding on to the past or walking into the future. Do you think it's that easy? That it all comes down to a choice? If it was, this would have been over a long time ago. I didn't say it was easy, I said it was necessary. Silence falls between us. So tell me, if this is all a dream, if it's just my subconscious giving me answers I already know, why am I still here? Why am I still looking for you? Because you still haven't forgiven yourself. Your answer takes my breath away. It's like you've taken all the weight I created and put it into words. Forgive me for what? I wasn't the one who gave up. I wasn't the one who left. No, but you're blaming yourself for it. You convinced yourself that if you had been better, stronger, more something, I wouldn't have left. And that was never true. I don't know. Maybe I'll never know. Maybe part of me will always wonder what would have happened if it had been different. And it's okay, but you can't live in that what if. You can't keep rebuilding something that never existed in the way you think it did. So what do? Do I just let it go? Do I pretend it doesn't hurt? No, you accept it. You accept that it hurt, that it's lost its form, that you can't change what happened. After that, you find something new. The echo of his words resonate in my mind. I feel something inside me give way, like a tight string finally snapping. I can't change what happened, so should I forget you? Exactly. Not with another laugh, not with another obsession, but it's something that brings you happiness. Do you understand now? His words aren't bitter, they're calm, like a farewell that was always pending. Yes, I think so. The world around me begins to dissolve. His figure slowly fades away with a completely white landscape, as if he had never been there. Goodbye, Yuri. Goodbye. To everything you stood for. I slowly wake up. I realize I'm in the same position I fell asleep in. I look at the clock on my wall. I only sleep for 30 minutes. I felt like I was in that dream for hours. I ate from a position and stared at nothing. It was also revealing. I don't feel angry, sad, nothing. I just stare at the notebook on my desk. I better get this over with. Sometime later. I don't want to drag this too long, but on the other hand, I don't want to end just for the next video to be like 3 minutes, you know? That would suck a lot. So yeah, it's like yeah, I'll check how long the bot is. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, we are near the end, so good. I'm looking for a place where I can read comfortably. For a while now, reading has become my refuge. I didn't do that often before, but now it's a part of my daily life. It relaxes me, distracts me, and in some way helps me find myself. It's become more than just a hobby. I'd say it's my favorite hobby now. Sometimes I never really think about it again, but it's no longer a thought that consumes me, nor a shadow that follows me everywhere. Now I see it as just a bump in the road, something that was there, but is now behind me. I stopped dreaming about it, seeing it in my mind as an unbreakable presence. I'm not going to lie to myself, there was a time when I felt like I would never get out of that hole. I thought it would always hurt, it would always haunt me, but then I realized that time doesn't erase things, it transforms them. I no longer feel tied to a memory that hurts me. In fact, I think that, in a way, I can be grateful, because even though it was difficult, I learned to pick myself up. I learned that not everything that goes away needs to be replaced. It helped me become stronger. I smiled to myself. Without further ado, I managed to find an empty spot. I sat down and prepared to open the book I had with me. Suddenly, a girl with pink hair appears. Natsuki, my best friend. Hey, Yuri. I knew I'd find you around here. Oh, hey, Natsuki. How are you? Pretty good. Hey, before I talk to you about something, I want to know. I don't think about that guy anymore, right? Ever since you told me about what happened, I've been worried about it. Don't worry, Natsuki, I'm fine. In fact, I feel guilty for not telling you anything until recently. I didn't want to involve you in the slightest. Don't worry, I didn't want you to figure it out on your own. But I want you to know that I don't mind getting involved. If it was for you, I would be able to get involved and more. Thanks, Natsuki. Anything for you. Anyway, what I came for. Well, do you remember the poster we saw about the club? I saw it with me, why? I have some good news for you.
You're going to be able to join the club.
Huh? Are you serious?
Sure. I recently joined. It would be nice if we were both in the same club.
Well, I was thinking of going to sign up myself, but...
Let's say no more then. Let's go.
Natsuki gives me idea and starts dragging me in that direction. Holy peak! Finally! Natsuki not being a bitch to Yuri. Thank you. Wait, Natsuki. Thank you for playing. You know what? I like these short, meaningful mods. Like, because it shows that you don't need a 20-hour story to have to share a message, to share a feeling, to share something. So, good job, person who made this. I don't remember your name. I dearly apologize. Also, I love this menu. But yeah, I thank you for making this mod. It was delightful, and I'll see everyone else later. Goodbye. Mwah.